Hey there, everybody. So, if you don't know, I am Dizzy Lazy, and I've been playing Venture for about half a year at this point. Specifically, I've been one-tricking them in 6v6 competitive. We've had ups, we've had downs, but most importantly, what I want to do right now is I want to try and improve a little bit better. And luckily, this whole YouTube thing is giving me the connections to ask Millicop for some replay codes so I could watch, review them, and try and learn from that. And I figured I'd record that little experience of me watching, analyzing, and trying to figure out what they're doing that I might not be. I think this is something that a lot of players may forget to do when it comes to improvement. I watch my VODs back so much because I'm always recording them for my main series, 1 Year's Venture. So I'm fortunate to constantly get the chance to look back, criticize myself. I should actually. Where is it? There it is. Fuck. So yeah, I'm fortunate enough to get the opportunity to look back at my clips so much, review what I'm doing, figure out what I'm doing wrong. I feel like something that I'm not doing is watching other Venture players. Because, you know, I can watch myself 1,000 times over and say what I'm doing wrong, but I can't say for certain what it is I'm doing right. So yeah, today we're gonna watch Millicop's review codes that they sent to me. I'm gonna try and analyze it and hopefully make something that's a little more condensed for you, because yeah, I'm gonna be watching and analyzing the full thing. I'm gonna make a lot of points to myself that maybe aren't the greatest, and I'm gonna get to edit that, present it to you to maybe make it a little bit less ADHD riddled. Yeah. By the way, as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I put a lot of time into these videos, and I get paid very little in terms of actual money for it. But it makes it worth it when I see someone subscribe, comment, join the Discord server, or even my streams. We're getting closer and closer to 3K every day, and that'd be a really cool goal to hit. So if you'd like to support me for absolutely free, that's definitely one way to do it. I also have to mention channel memberships. For the lowest price YouTube would let me set it to, you can get your names at the end of videos and early access to them. The pricier options don't have much yet, but I might come up with something. Anyways, back to the video. Ooh! Then rotating onto the point. Okay. I like that there. Okay, that's not something I don't think I would do. That's taking a major risk. Because, like, Hi! What you're currently looking at is a dumbass! See, I have this medical condition called brain no worky when I needy. So whenever you see the Liz's current hyperfixation plushie, that means I'm condensing a whole ass rant into a few scripted sentences for your viewing pleasure. Anyways, what I took 1 minute and 24 minutes to say is this was a calculated risk. Millie knew Doomfist was here due to the bullets, and likely the only target there. Millie took the risk, and it paid off since the Doom was the only one in that position. And Venture is capable of just stealing the Doom space. Either Doomfist wastes his time 1v1ing a Venture he knows he can't kill, who will just be back in the fight almost immediately after, or he gives up this position and lets the Venture take it. Which is what he does, since 1v1ing a Venture who chose to fight you is more than likely never going to end well for the opposing party. Without... Oh, shit. I was gonna say they can't go in too much without the Venture disrupting them. And yeah, the Venture definitely disrupted them there. That was a little unfortunate. Did dash out into that Cassie, but I don't know, maybe there was some other plan. Like, at least in my eyes, you know, my humbly fucking plat, maybe diamond eyes, what I'm seeing here is, why are we booping this queen back? I don't feel like that's getting a whole lot done. Like, I can see just shooting at the queen, but booping her back is putting you into this position where you're completely out in the open, you have no cover. We're not getting a whole lot of value, and we're also completely out in the open. Sure, so is this queen, but she still has her movement and stuff. We don't. You know, the Cassie was an accidental byproduct of that. Okay, see, I think that's probably what Millie was gonna go for, is a quick little dash and burrow back in. I feel the need to say this. What I didn't catch in that moment was that both these times Drill Dash was used to push the queen back for a carnage. And while valuable, only one of these times was successful, and that's for good reason. In the clip where Millie survived, not only did they burrow right after using Drill Dash, but they also had cover from the rest of the enemy team. In the first clip, the enemy team is going to be behind this wall. They hold all of this area. Meanwhile, in this other clip, the enemy team is playing further back, making the health pack wall rather safe as long as they could push the queen back. We feel the tracer, but we're not gonna fear it at all. Okay, so I really like this here. They know they know that this tracer can't one-clip them from where they are. And they're firing into the air. There probably would have been smarter to turn, but the point is that you don't need to turn just because you feel damage. Venture's burrow can save them a hell of a lot. They were left at still 100 HP. That's pretty good. And then right here, instead of using the full burrow to go all the way over here and then dashing like that away, they just pop up and dash over here, which probably saves a lot of seconds. Sure, it's a cooldown, but it saves them a fair amount of seconds because like they know they're already being chased by this tracer. Although I would have probably tried to save the burrow or the drill dash, but again, platinum player over here. I guess diamond, but we'll say in between. We'll say I'm in between. Oh, nice. So that's something that I've also been finding at this venture, is that they can be a fucking assault. So I'm not 100% sure what this burrow is for. It's like we are just gonna burrow and then not commit to anything. We're already so low HP. There's really no reason to burrow. We weren't taking any active damage. So we're taking a little bit of an angle here, which is something Venture is really good at. It's like, exactly. See that? See that? Exactly what I was about to say. What I attempted to say for about 5 minutes here is that Venture is a god tier poker. They can sit here and someone has to dive them. You can't just shoot at them or else they'll just go for cover for a second, get healed and pop back out. But then you can't let a DPS dive them because Venture has so many options to just deny that. And yes, I know their team comp is Tracer Cast, so they couldn't dive them anyways, but humor me for a second. If they had an Echo, Sojourn, or Genji, they'd end up having to use their movement abilities just to get to that spot, letting the Venture either easily combo them or just flat out escape, thus just wasting their time, since if they can just escape easily, you know they'll just be back in another 2 seconds. The only one you can send who you know won't die is a tank, since risking a support is never worth it. But then you're left without a tank for however long it takes for the chase to end. Venture's really good at rage baiting the enemies into trying to kill them, but it almost never works. Venture is a slippery little shit who can be rather hard to kill, to the point that it's sometimes easier to just ignore them. And for as much as you might think that Cassidy, Ashe, or Widow might seem better up here, they're far more squishier and have less ways to escape than a Venture. What Venture doesn't have in range, they make up for damage and survivability. They send a Hazard and even use a Wu Young ult on him. But it's all for nothing since Venture just burrows. The overly confident Hazard tries his best, but doesn't manage to kill the Venture and nearly ends up dead himself. Trying to kill a poking Venture is like playing a game of cat and mouse, except Venture is both the cat and the mouse. Oh, but we have our final perk, which is great. Okay. That's interesting, actually using the perk for its intended purpose, which is the range. That's something I really haven't done in my time playing Venture this season, is using their perk for the range. I never want to use it for that purpose because I always feel like, oh, I don't want to use it just to find out I want it now. So we're going all the way over here with the Doomfist, and okay. This is exclusive to 6v6. I feel like most Venture players know that 6v6 is just best for Venture, you know? Like, Venture is one of the few heroes where if you're looking at people's tier lists, they have 2 separate entries. Venture in 5v5 and Venture in 6v6. In 5v5, the Doomfist kind of needs to be here, right? I mean, like, in this scenario, the Venture and the Doomfist are heading out together. In 5v5, that would mean that just a Sojourn, Kiriko, and Ana are all fighting 5 fucking people without a tank. You know, in 6v6, that extra tank, that adds a lot. I think that Zarya is getting booped the fuck off. Never mind. In 5v5, there just isn't a scenario that the enemy team lose, you know? Like, they cannot take all this time of having lacking a DPS and their tank. Where the fuck did he go? What the shit? How? Okay, what the fuck is this accomplishing? He just wanted to do that. Doomfist players are fucking something else, man. So we wait for the Doomfist and then, oh yeah. We just completely capitalize on the Doomfist being there. I feel like that was one of the epic event skins back in Overwatch 1. Someone back me up on this. That's the Battle Pass skin. I don't know why I'm skin reviewing all of a sudden. I just decided to. That's a mythic. That's just golden. That's pumpkin. Oh shit, that's combat medic. Right? I think no, that's polar. That's polar. And then we just have oh shit, I've been recording for an hour? Fuck. Okay, this video is kind of being recorded on a tight schedule. So yeah, either the video cuts to me probably in a different shirt, and it's later into the day, if not the day after, because I can't continue recording right now, or the video is just going to end.